Let's get it over with. You give me what we needed. Just easier sitting there waiting around.
All right, Coach. Not the outcome, of course, but still grab the point. Good start after playing last night. Just team run out of gas a little bit.
Great start. You know what? I liked our first period, and then we got a little cute. And there's a team that's out of the playoffs, and they're not really worried if they win or lose right now, but they're trying to finish the season, and they play with no pressure on them. So, but you know, we need a save. Let's be honest. Like, we should have 3 saves in the game there, and it's probably a different outcome. And I'm sure if you asked Vic, he'd probably like to have them back. We all know that. But at the end of the day, we had a 3-2 lead late. You know, call at the end of the game. If they're going to call that call, they should call the cross check on Morrison at the net on the power play on the other end earlier in the third. So, you know, they got a 6-on-4 goal where they got probably a CNI shot through his pad. So, and then overtime, you know, we got out muscled on the puck and we lost him at the net. It's in the net.
Just your thoughts on Oscar's play, not just tonight overall. He's been impressive out there. He's noticeable when he's on the ice.
He's a player. Like, he's obviously a prospect going forward. We're glad we got him in for a few games here before he goes back to Denmark for the World Championships. But obviously for the fans going forward and for the organization, he's a bright, positive player going forward. Very mature for his age.
Shad and I had been talking, maybe we jinxed you, we were talking about the penalty kill, and we started wondering, when's the last time he even gave up a goal on the penalty kill? And I think we counted 23 kills in a row, got the Firebirds to the top of the league. Ironically, then they tied it up with the advantage. But heading into the playoffs, special teams so valuable. Is that something in particular that you're hanging your head on?
I'm not hanging my head on it. It's a 6-on-4 goal. The guys, we got to win a face-off.
I'll rephrase the success of the penalty kill, something that you're hanging your hat on, something you're particularly
Yeah, you have
proud
to have
of.
good special teams. There's 2 parts to that. Our power play's got to get better. It's probably out of sync a little bit right now, and once we get everybody back, hopefully it goes in the right direction. But we have to have both special teams going. Penalty kill's been outstanding all year, and you know, give them credit. They scored a 6-on-4 goal late in the game. I'm not going to beat up our PK for that. But at the end of the day, I think they've done a good job all year. It's, you know, you think about the sacrifice the guys put in to keep the puck out of your net, defensemen blocking shots, forwards blocking shots, goalies making big saves, the extra ice that the penalty killers are getting, especially the forwards. We run 4 or 6 forwards on that. So when you take a lot of penalties, it taxes your team a lot.
A few off days, or at least non-game days, before finish it up with another back-to-back. Probably ask you this come the playoffs as well, but how do you traditionally like to spend these days, these non-game days, toward the end of the season and then into the playoffs?
Well, we'll get ready for the weekend here. We have 3 days of practice. Monday will be a day off, and then we'll just, you know, we'll go Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and taper down as we get ready for the game on the weekend.
It is kind of unusual. You had a back-to-back today, and you'll have another one next week. Sometimes you'll play back-to-back in the playoffs. Sometimes, what challenges does a back-to-back present, just in general?
Well, the big thing when you play back-to-backs, you got to make sure you look after your body, you know, before the back-to-back and then that night after the game. So, it's all these kids and players have played it, so it's nothing new for them.
We've seen a lot of debuts recently. We had another one tonight with Rakoff. How did you feel like he played?
I'd have to look at the tape before I can make a comment on it, but just from the overhead, like just from now, it's top of my head, probably okay, but I'll have to look at the tape.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah. I know him a little bit from the OHL last year. He's a scorer, but, you know, he did a couple of good things, but I have to look at the tape to give you an honest opinion.
Goals seem to play pretty physical throughout the game. I just wondered if that took a toll going into the third. They just seem to be playing the player a lot.
I thought our third period was better than our second at the end of the day, but, you know, they are a big, heavy team, and, you know, we're not the biggest team right now with some of our guys out, with John Hayden out in our lineup, but we have to play through that. And they really defend forward at certain times, and we didn't really, our game strategy was in place, but we didn't really play to it enough to our identity, and if we would have done that, we probably would have had a few more chances. Good. Thanks, guys. Thanks, sir. Yeah. I'll see you guys next week.
We got Ben Myers up for you next.
Ben, just your thoughts overall. Really good start after playing less than 24 hours ago, and then kind of just tapered off. Coach actually said he thought the third was better than the second. Just your thoughts on the game.
Yeah, I think we, they kind of threw a punch in the second, and I don't know. I'd have to go back and look in the video. Maybe we let up or got off our game a little bit. I don't know, but yeah, really, just not sure what kind of happened, to be honest, this quick after the game, but would need some time to digest it. But I mean, we didn't play terrible. I thought we played good enough to win, but yeah, it's just a tough one.
Is it some concern blowing a lead like that this late into the season as you approach the playoffs, or is it just kind of it's the way the game rolls, ticky-tacky call there at the end?
No, not at all. We're not concerned by the game at all. Things just happen during a game. Like, there's bounces, especially when you're playing, 72 of them. So these kind of things happen, and obviously it was unfortunate, but, I don't know, it's just a penalty late. I mean, we're one face-off away from winning the game. We're not concerned.
Ben, you got some off days or non-game days. What would you like to work on? What would you like to see the Firebirds work on as you guys wrap up the regular season and then head to the playoffs?
Yeah, I think it's just attention to detail. I think the biggest thing is just getting our rest when we get the opportunity. That's the biggest thing right now, and setting ourselves up to be the best team we can be when we're on the ice. And then when we are at the rink, just dialing it in and make sure everybody's on the same page with everything and playing the same way.
Yeah, as far as being on the same page, obviously a lot of younger guys and new faces. I mean, do you think that another week of time with some of these newcomers, we've seen debuts, across the last couple of weeks, but another week before the playoffs can kind of get them a little bit more, I guess, in seam with Firebird style of hockey?
Yeah, for sure. I think these practices are huge for them, and obviously they're used to adapting. Like, guys, we do that at every level you go up. So it's nothing they haven't seen, but obviously they're playing with a new team, and there is challenges with that. But we got trust in them, and that's why they're playing. So.
Is this a tricky time of year to sort of maintain your focus? Maybe a little bit of your mind is thinking about the playoffs or playoff positioning and things like that. Is it hard to separate that from what you got to do on the ice at that moment?
No, not really. I mean, we're pretty openly looking at the standings, and it's talked about. We're trying to clinch home ice, and I wouldn't say it's tricky. Maybe it'd be tricky if there was no movement left to be in the standings with like 5 games left. It'd be a little bit different. But right now, not at all.
Okay.
Yeah.
So with 3 practices coming up, would those practices be more focused on those last games, or do you think you guys will be thinking about playoffs in those practices?
Not a question for me. I don't know. Yeah.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah.
How are you guys? Want me up here?
Yep, that's perfect.
Oscar, congratulations on your first goal here tonight. Just walk us through it. Did you see it go in? Do you remember? Or did it all just go blank on you?
It's kind of like a blur. It was fun though. Great pass from Chuck, and yeah, happy that it went in.
Just your assessment overall, your last, I guess, 4 or 5 games, you're noticeable on the ice. You've got some speed, you can shoot. Just how you're feeling overall and the adjustment of playing here in the AHL.
As you said, it's been an adjustment. It's taking some time to adapt to, but I think I've done it pretty well, and I've kind of figured out how to play and how to read the game. So it's fun over here. It goes fast. So yeah, it's fun.
How difficult is it to join a new team basically here down the home stretch? They've been playing together for a while. You're sort of joining the mix. How hard is it to integrate yourself like that?
I'd say it hasn't been too hard. The guys have been good to me, have been welcoming me in a good way. Have been making me a part of the team too. So I've been grateful for the boys, and they've done a good job with making me a part of the team and making this adjustment way easier.
What are the things you need to talk about with guys when you join a team like this? This is where I like the puck. This is what I'm good at. What I like to do. Are those the kind of conversations you're having?
Of course, those type of stuff, and also the systems. The game is played way different over here. So just the way how to position myself on the ice, and what to do and what not to do, and be an option for my teammates out there.
Right. What was your sort of emotions when that goal went in the net tonight for your first pro goal?
Obviously, it felt great, especially with us going up 3-2. Unfortunately, we didn't come out with a win as I hoped to, but still, when the puck went in, it felt great, especially at home in front of these great fans. The building is unbelievable, and yeah, it feels great playing here at home. So it was just joy and pure happiness.
Good. Well, congratulations. Thanks.
Thank you.
Yeah, just to follow up kind of on the fans and the arena, I wonder how much does an arena like this make a difference for you? Do you play differently in some way? Does it impact you?
I'd say so. Home fans always makes a difference, especially when we're playing at home. It's always unbelievable when you can hear them cheering us from the stands and when they're loud. And it's like a seventh player out there, and it helps us a lot and pushes us to play even better.
Rest up.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you.